how to escape the rat race and never get sucked back in. Okay, Megan, can you explain the concept of the rat race? Because Spanish people, they're not really familiar with this. ¿Puedes explicar en español lo que es el rat race?
Oh, puedo intentar.
A ver.
Pues el rat race.
This is a very American concept. ¿No?
A mí es como, creo que es la disolución, disillusionment.
Disappointment?
La desilusión que, no sé, que va a ser contenta si haces cosas como tienes trabajo y tienes casa y todo, pero en realidad es que todo cuesta mucho dinero y así que tú tienes que trabajar mucho para tener las cosas que quiere y para pagar para todos y hace que es un ciclo.
Un bucle. A loop, ¿no?
Un
bucle.
Sí.
Un bucle.
Y es para siempre, para 40 o más años de tu vida hasta que puedes jubilar, pero puedes obligar y no tienes mucho dinero para vivir, así que es un rat race, ¿no? Más o menos.
Un rat race. Sí, no, bien. So, exactamente, no, sí, yeah. That's. I just wanted to hear it from you because you're American, so.
Yeah.
I mean, this concept is really used in the States. The concept of the rat race, la carrera.
Y para mí es el mismo del sueño americano. El sueño americano es el rat race.
Es el rat race.
Si trabajas mucho, puedes tener todo, pero en realidad no es verdad, es que...
No necesariamente, necessarily, claro.
Algunos
la mayoría.
Tienen que trabajar, en otros trabajos que no... eran abogados, por ejemplo, antes y tienen que limpiar casas porque no pueden trabajar en sus fields.
En sus campos, en sus industrias, en sus áreas.
No hay problema con limpiar casas.
Incluso la gente de americano también, no solamente los extranjeros, es como, sé, si tienes una carrera que paga el sueldo mínimo, tú necesitas más de 2 trabajos para vivir, no sé.
Sí. Unqualified jobs, los trabajos no cualificados. Esos son trabajos no cualificados, unqualified jobs.
No cualificados.
Claro. Eso es interesante, sí, porque es como que llega un punto en la vida que tú te obsesionas tanto con el dinero y conseguir dinero para conseguir cosas que te gustan, pero esa obsesión te lleva a que no hagas cosas que te gustan porque todo es trabajar para conseguir más dinero. Pero tú te engañas, you lie to yourself, tú te engañas porque piensas que todo ese dinero es en busca de tu felicidad, pero nunca llegas a ser feliz. You never get to be happy.
Comprar la felicidad.
Siempre necesitas más, o el nivel más alto.
Es un bucle infinito, es an infinite loop, un bucle infinito. Y so, how do you see this, Diana? Do you see that in Spain? Because I found that Americans and British people, when they come to Spain, they all agree on this. They say, that's a neighbor. They all say that Spanish people, they like their lifestyle better because we focus more on working to live. But the Americans and British, they live to work. So what do you think about this statement?
If you ask anyone that I know outside of this country, I say that to them all the time. I'm like, this is why I'm moving to Spain, because a lot of people don't really understand. They're like, how can you just pick up and move all the time? But I've wanted to come back to Spain since I lived here because of the work-life balance. Like you work you live to work. No, sorry, you work to live rather than to make a living rather than living to work. And I mean, here I only work in the evenings. Like I have the mornings to myself. I do Zumba 4 times. I've done it 4 times this week. Like it's my second week of Zumba, but like I go in the mornings at like 9:15 or 11:30 or whatever, and I have time for that, and I have time to go to the beach, and I have time to do things that I love, and you just can't find that. Like my first year of teaching, I was working 8 hours a day, but you go home and you're planning for hours, sometimes until midnight. I was planning lessons, and then on the weekends I was expected to turn in my weekly plans on a Sunday night. That's not living. That's not okay. Like,
No, that's not
and
okay at all.
after 1 year, I was like, I'm done, and I almost left.
You
teaching.
worked in the U.S. for a year?
No, only New Zealand.
In New Zealand,
but
like
it's
that. Okay.
becoming quite similar, unfortunately, to the U.S. in that way, where like I worked so much, and I was just like, this is terrible. Why am I like? I love teaching, I love kids, but I don't like the industry of teaching, but it's with a lot of jobs, of course. So I just almost gave it up, and then I went into preschool teaching, which was better in that I didn't have to do work at home. But I still was working 8 hours a day, and I had different schedules every week. So sometimes I would finish at 6:30 at night, which in our countries is a lot like later, you know. 6:30 here is like merienda, you know? But there it's like casi la cena, you know.
El brunch.
So it's like you go home. I would go to the gym after work sometimes. Well, almost every day, but you know, go to the gym. By the time I'm home, I'm cooking dinner and eating and watching TV maybe by myself, and then going to sleep. Like it's like I don't have time for anything.
Would you say you're an exception as an American
to be here and doing something else?
Yeah, and to value more your free time rather than making money.
I mean, even my own sisters, like, well, one lives in Wales and is studying, but one of them, you know, like, and loves her job, which is great, but she's making sort of those 6-figure kind of things. And
the 6-figure thing, that's not a very American thing.
She just told me, I got a raise, I'm up to, you know.
You know that in Spain, almost no one makes 6 figures. You know that?
Wow.
In Spain?
But I thought
very
of you.
small
Sorry, she's
percentage.
not quite 6 figures, but she's 5.5-ish. I don't know, but she's like sort of thing. But
no,
you know,
but it's
money,
more
than I would ever
common.
see,
Yeah, it's more common. Yeah.
I just read I didn't read the article, but I read the headline that it was now more Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, including those that make over $100,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Including those?
Including those. Like that is now the highest growing sector of people living from paycheck to paycheck are those that are making $100,000 or more.
Okay, that's
so either they're living way out of their means,
right,
or I mean, honestly, if you're living in New York City or San Francisco
big
or
cities,
LA,
But that's crazy. I mean, listen, here you are rich if you make 100,000 euros a year. That's after taxes, that's around, I would say, 60,000 a year. So that's I say it's $4,000 to $5,000 a month, like net income that you get. With $4,000 or $5,000 a month in Spain, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You can You can save money. You can travel. You can do social stuff. Whatever you do.
4,000 to 5,000 in a big city does not let you do anything you want. That's covering cost of living and some social events.
Rent is key there. Rent is
really
key
high
because rent here. Listen, I pay $690 for this apartment. $690, 3 bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
Tres
es mucho para Málaga, pero tres
habitaciones. $690. In Barcelona, I paid $850 for it was a 1 bedroom really, because it was like a living room with a bedroom like in the same space, but it was like 60 square meters.
Apartment.
Yeah, like a studio. It's not a studio, but between a studio and a 1 bedroom apartment. It's like a hybrid, but it was like a 55, 60 square meter apartment. This is 90 square meter, 3 bedrooms. I paid $690. I mean, and you know,
I pay $400 just for a room and 3 bedrooms. So.
For a room and 3 bedrooms. You see, like $400 for a room. That's
like you're
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Just under that.
But that's.
I am closer to the center, and that includes gastos.
Includes gas and electricity and water.